Hey guys, Delta here, and feast your eyes upon the Destiny beta. I am really glad to have this beta finally. I was in the alpha last month, as I'm sure at least some of you know. I'm sure some of you saw the video. And ever since, I've just been in this like really weird state of mind, stupor sort of thing, where it's like, I have all these games, and I really do have a lot of games to choose from, but I only want to play Destiny. It was all I wanted to play. I was so in love with the alpha, and even how little content there was in there, there was still so much, and I wanted more, and I was like, oh yes, I cannot wait for September 9th. So getting back in the beta and being able to hop back into what is effectively the same slice of the game with a few more story missions and a couple more multiplayer Crucible maps, and it's pretty awesome. I'm really happy that I get to play it again. Basically, I'm excited about that. Anyways, I've hopped back in to the beta, playing as the last class that I played as in the alpha, and that is what you're watching right now. That's the Warlock. It has two subclasses that we know of right now: the Voidwalker and the Sunsinger. Sunsinger you can't get access to in the beta, so I'm playing as the Voidwalker. There was a spot in like your inventory screen that could be for a third subclass. I'm not sure. There's just an open spot right there. I have no idea. So maybe there's more subclasses we don't know about. Maybe that's going to be DLC. Maybe that's just something that's being kept under wraps until the full game. I've got no clue. But anyways, let's talk about the Warlock class, since that is what you're watching and that's really what this video is about. So the Warlock has a very low armor rating. It's the lowest of all the classes, I believe, and it has a low agility rating. It makes up for it, however, with a pretty good recovery rate, which basically means your abilities recover faster. So that's your grenade, that's your melee, that's probably your super as well. And as you level up, you can choose focuses to improve stats. So you'll see stuff in the skill tree like choose to focus on agility and recovery, or armor and recovery, and you can choose that and eventually get to a point where you can lock that decision in, but you can flip back and forth for a while if you like, and it allows you to kind of figure out your own playstyle and how you want to make that class. And that's kind of the beauty of how Bungie set this game up, is it's not about like grinding to level 80 or something like that. You reach the experience point level cap, which is 20, I believe. It looks, all signs point to it being 20. You reach that fairly quickly, and then you can continue to level up through other means. I think it's by the amount of light your armor has, but that's not something that's really available in the beta, so I've got no clue. But there's going to be ways to level up beyond 20, and the whole idea about the game is really to level up your gear and your individual abilities, not so much like your level, like that number. That number doesn't mean as much as it does in a game like Borderlands, I don't think. Which is, I think, fantastic, because XP grinding can be really, really annoying sometimes and really tiresome. Now, the Warlock is basically described as a space wizard by Bungie, which just sounds awesome. It's kind of, they said it's been inspired by like Jedi or even Gandalf. So that's two checkboxes for me personally. That's like, oh, that sounds awesome, I want to go play as that. So that's what I've been playing as. The thing I really like is its super, which is called the Nova Bomb, and it does just huge area of effect damage. You'll be seeing it throughout this video, where basically like you jump up and shoot out this purple orb of light or whatever, and it explodes and vaporizes anyone within its damage radius, which is really awesome. It really is. It kicks ass, and it's fantastic for clearing flags in Control, which is the game type I'm playing in this video. It's really, really useful. And along with the Titan's ability, I forget what it's called, but it's basically just a giant smash with a huge area of effect damage. Those two are really effective for clearing flags. The Hunter has a more precise super, and it's the Golden Gun, where you get 3 shots, basically one-hit kills. And that's useful in its own right, but the Hunter class is it's definitely more towards the precision. The Titan is kind of your standard warrior class, you know, front lines, bulky, you know, take guys down. The Warlock I feel is kind of somewhere in between. I like a bit of that precision, but I also like being able to do like huge area of effect damage and it's very, very useful. As I've said multiple times now, it is incredibly useful in Control, and I'm sure that'll go over to more of the PvP modes. It'll be very useful. One of the other abilities it has that's really nice is the Glide, which is effectively its double jump. Each class has its own sort of double jump, and that's very useful for reaching high up areas on top of buildings. It's not as important on the map you're seeing right now, but the moon map, First Light, lots of areas to jump up to, very useful. Verticality is basically, it's important in Destiny. It's very big. There's lots of areas you can jump up around. Being able to do that easily in the Crucible is fantastic, and it can be upgraded into another ability called Blink, which is effectively a short distance teleport, which I think I've seen quickly in trailers, but I have not been able to use myself. It's not available in the beta. Basically everything can be upgraded, really. I've said this, each subclass has its own skill tree. Each ability you get in those subclasses can then be upgraded or swapped out to do something different. Like even the grenade, there's the Void Grenade, which sucks guys in and explodes, sort of thing. And then there's the one, I think it's the one I'm using in this video. I'm not actually watching the gameplay while I record this. And it is like it breaks up into multiple little grenades and does a larger area of effect damage, which is really neat. Each class has it. Has like 3 different grenades and different melees and different. There's a ton, basically, is the point. There is a ton in this game, and that's part of why I love it. So to finish this video off, I have beta codes for Destiny. First things first, they are all North America. So if you are not in North America, I apologize. You cannot use these. Now I have 3 codes for the PlayStation 4 beta and 1 for the PlayStation 3. So basically, if you want one of these codes, leave a comment down below saying, you want a code for PS4 or you want a code for PS3. If you want, depending on which console you want, basically, just let me know in the comments below. You will be entered into whatever. I'll do a draw or something, throw everyone's name in a hat and pick out. And then tomorrow at, let's say, 12 p.m. Pacific time, so that's 3 p.m. Eastern. Figure it out if you're not in one of those time zones. I'll choose winners, and then I will PM them to you on YouTube. So make sure to check your inbox. I know they've kind of tucked that away now. If I can find a better way to do it, I will, but I'll probably just message it to you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video around if you want to see more Destiny, and I'll see you guys next time.